Hi, I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our 197th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition, The Infernalist. I'm gonna go around and have my players introduce themselves.
I'm Tyler, and I play Kyle, also known as Guards the Low. He's a Philodox of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Cora. She's an Aruna in the Get Infernalist.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play Mark Guides the Fallen, and he's a Thurge of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. He is a Theurge of the Silent Striders.
Hello, my name is Riley, and I am playing Dimitri Howls-In-Memory, Lupus Galliard of the Bone Gnawers.
Hi, my name is George. I am playing William Grows-Matrices. He is a rune of the Glasswalkers.
Last time, the Pax had seen mysterious sigils written around the city. Zeb and the Ill Omens were confronted by the Man at the Crossroads, a demon that seemed to grant wishes, while Mark and Fomori's Bane started to see the pattern in the sigils. Mark continued his work and mapping things out, while everyone else was confronted by the former prince of Colorado Springs, Nicolas, who had informed them that the true prince was Rabu Aho, going now by Matthew Cohen, the second in command of the city. More importantly, that he was some sort of infernalist, an ancient bloodline and used as a boogeyman for the leeches. The Pax destroyed the sigils and prevented a great calamity, and now must prepare to fight Matthew Cohen and his second, so that they can save the city and prevent this from happening again. So now you know the locations of the two vampires. What would you like to do?
So I would like to use Pain Chain on Nicolas to make sure that there's no one pulling his strings like the good doctor.
Alright. Nothing on the Pain Chain?
Well, fuck. And I will use it on Daniel Sandu as well.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Mulligan. I'll just, I don't want to know what happens with Pain Chain. I don't want that.
So, Daniel Sandu, also known as Dimitri, the one pulling his strings is Rabu Aho, and you get the vision in your mind of him, and it is Matthew Cohen.
Okay. Well, couldn't confirm as much as I wanted, but that's something. So, for our plan, I know we mentioned taking one of them first. It might be better to involve the Sept and take them at the same time. There's risk there if they're compromised, but if they're not, taking them out at the same time means that neither escapes, that this threat ends.
I agree. I think this is a matter that the Sept together should put it into once and for all.
Yeah, let's be quick about this. I want to be able to attack during daylight.
So we go back to the Sept and we talk,
Consult the elders.
have a talk with the elders.
One group of us will stay out here in the city. One pack go back and quickly find out if they want to do both at once. Otherwise, we'll go for Sandu.
Wait, how long would it take us
Rahu Abu
to get back?
To get back will take about, because you're on foot, probably 2 hours.
Is it reasonable to be able to do all of this during daylight hours? I guess is the real question today.
Yes.
Okay. Because I could use mental speech, just actually talk to someone, one of the elders at the Sept, let them know this, and just do it all like that.
I also just have a phone.
We don't want to use phones, though, because they're tied to the good doctor.
Oh, fair. I forgot about that.
No need
mental
to
speech
add.
doesn't use a spirit either. It's just a gift, speaking directly.
Okay.
Are there any concerns with trying to do that?
No, I think speed's key, or at least having people on the street watching their spot.
Okay.
Checks both boxes, yeah.
Keegan, do I know which elders are at the Sept right now?
As far as you know, all of the main elders are at the Sept. They haven't said anything about leaving.
Okay, then I'm gonna go for Fate Dancer.
Alright, perfect. Success.
Fate Dancer, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
we have discovered that the two leaders of the vampires, Michael and Daniel, were responsible for what happened to the city. We learned this through some of our own investigation and also through Nicolas, who approached us.
The one who killed Regender's wife?
Yes.
Can you trust him?
Everything he said backed up things we already knew, including the two vampires' true names. On top of that, it seems that Michael is the actual prince of the city, not Daniel.
I see.
The fact that the peace was brokered by someone who was compromised is another reason that maybe this peace shouldn't continue. And the fact that they put the entire city in jeopardy, well, our plan is to attack them during the day, probably today. We know both of their hideouts, and Nicolas swore an oath, so I will know the second he betrays us, and he hasn't yet.
I see. I think it is best then that we strike both at the same time. I'll contact Bloodwind, as he is the worm foe, and let him hunt. Which one do you wish for him to take? Him and his pack.
Daniel Sandu. We will take the true prince.
I understand. Then that is what will happen. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Be safe.
And you as well.
Alright, and I assume we exchange all the details, the time we should do it, the addresses, etc.?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. They'll be ready. It's time for us to do the same.
As you guys start heading that way, you see the penthouse and the very elegant building it is in. How do you want to approach the penthouse?
Would it be here that we activate our gifts? Would this be the start of the scene?
It is at the start of the scene, but remember which gifts to activate because you are in the middle of the street in front of a very nice penthouse in the middle of daylight.
Yeah, I will probably actually do that, though. There are a few gifts that I'd almost certainly want started already.
I'm going to look on the other side of the gauntlet, Keegan, to see what that side looks like as far as the fortifications and protections for this building.
Okay. You look over and you see something strange about the door. It seems to be teeming with something that is affecting the Umbra. You also see odd lights up top near where the penthouse would be, though it's mostly just spider threads here in the Umbra. And there's this miasma of wormish energy that is billowing from this building.
And when you say something teeming around the entrance, that's the main entrance to get into the ground floor, or up
yes,
top?
The main, yeah,
Okay.
the main door that you can see has this kind of strange tint and tingle to it in the Umbra.
Is there a roll I could make to investigate that more to try to understand?
Intelligence Occult Diff 10.
Hey, why not? Yeah, well. It's weird.
That's a weird door.
Yeah, there's something strange around the door and I'm leery of it. I can't tell what it is, but I've never seen anything quite like it, which is why it troubles me.
Is there anything like it on the windows?
Keegan? Just the doorway?
There is not. Yeah, just the doorway.
Just the doorway and the general energy of this being corrupted, and then some unusual lights on the other side up top. There's probably some protections there, judging by the spider silk, outside of just its normal stasis of where something old and dead lives.
So what gifts are you thinking there, Kyle?
I'm activating Fangs of Judgment and Flow Like Water. I don't believe Fangs of Judgment actually works on vampires, if I recall, but it may work on some of the minions that he has.
Gotcha.
If he has them. So those aren't rolls, that's just willpower spends, and then I will end up rolling for Strength of Purpose in a moment after I finish up, if there are any other willpower gifts I'm activating first.
I'm going to spend 2 points of Gnosis to activate Song of Heroes.
Okay. You know that you'll be singing that story out loud in the streets in the middle of the day.
That's a good point. I figured maybe I could cover it up somehow, but if we're out in public, it might be best to save that.
GM technology might be fairly useful once we go inside. I mean, at that point they know there's a problem, but a very nice building like this probably has security.
I could cover that easy.
Well,
I was just gonna use intrusion to get us through the doors
and pretend like I'm key card swiping.
One way or another.
Well, I do have Call the Rust and Gift of the Termite.
Okay. Lots of gifts, so what's our game plan? How should we do this?
Does intrusion work on windows?
Technically, yes. Although that's a bit more, or a lot less.
Conspicuous?
Yes, it basically breaks the window. So intrusion, all forms of locks and barriers allow passage, from computerized vault locks to barricades of 2x4s, but mystically sealed barriers still require a roll to bypass. But every success on the initial roll adds 1 automatic success to such attempts.
Is there a loading dock and a back entrance to this building outside of the main one, Keegan?
It's a big apartment building, so not really.
Okay.
Like,
So when people move in, they'd move into the... Okay. All right.
yeah. Colorado Springs is too bougie to let people have loading docks. Can't look ghetto in downtown.
That's fair.
Yeah, I had to spend all that money in permit stuff to get a building above 3 stories.
So my specific worry about going through the door, based on whatever it is, like, I don't want this to turn out to be, you're forced into your breed form or you're pushed somewhere because, like, this is an apartment building. Whatever's on that door doesn't affect most people, but it's there for a reason.
Just jam technology and go in.
Go
floor?
up. It's the penthouse. It's the top of the building.
Oh, yeah, of course. Duh.
Yes, this is like, remember, it's going to be going in the front door. There's going to be an area to get to elevators, whatever, and then we need to get up to where we want to go. Keegan, I'm going to set a Gnosis for Channel Spirit. I have 2 successes for totem level Spirit Charms. I'm going to choose Armor and Umbraquake, which are Earth Spirit Charms.
Okay.
Let's just be quick and make sure we can open up doors fast. William, give it a go. We're losing time and we've probably already been spotted.
All right. 3.
All right. You go over, you see the electronic lock go bling and turn green.
And then we just go in.
All right. It is not an automatic door.
Okay. We push it open.
Okay. Perfect. So you grab the door, and there is this horrendous pain that shoots through you.
Ouch.
As you take 3 points of lethal damage as you swing the door open, and, like, the pain just shoots up your arm, and as you're grabbing it, little, like, explosions start to pop through your veins in your arm, all the way up to your shoulder as the door swings open, and your arm is drenched in blood and partially blackened as you walk in.
Fun. Glad I'm wearing my suit jacket. I will wince in pain and gesture for everyone to not touch the door handle and come in. Like, I'll hold the door open for them.
All right. As you all, I assume, run in, there are several elevators. There's 6. As you walk in, you get to the elevator. What do
they look like, Zeb?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we'll take a look in the Umbra, buddy.
They just look like knotted spider silk.
I mean, that's the description. They look like... Is there stairs?
There are stairs.
Take the stairs. Let's just take the stairs.
Sounds good. While we're
going to look
taking
for
this-
cameras in said stairwell, by the way.
All right. As you're going up, there is a camera at each individual level.
Hack or jam technology? Which one do you 2 want to do?
Well, jam technology, I'd be able to do the whole floor, like the whole building. But with his hacking, he might be able to just pinpoint the cameras.
I don't know if we have time for me to get in subtly.
Yeah, we need to... Let's just move fast now. We're in. We can open up doors where we can. We got through the big part that would have been a real problem in front of humans. Let's just get floor to floor.
Jam technology also has a 50-foot area.
Yeah,
it
so
be the whole
it moves with him. Right.
Okay.
No, let's see. Player spends a Gnosis. All technology devices within 50 feet cease to function for 2 turns per success. I guess it would follow him. I'd say it does.
Okay. I will make that roll then.
All right.
Pull up my sheet here. That is a manipulation crafts. All right.
What's your current rage, George? Or William?
2.
All right.
3, technically, since I took damage.
Wonderful for the healing, not so great for what might be coming up.
Yup.
All right, well, you're healed. Keegan, I'm going to spend 2 Gnosis to activate armor, which adds my Gnosis pool to soak.
Cool. Very nice. Been bit by that gift enough times.
12 soak and Hobbit, let's go.
Wonderful. All right. With that, you guys start running up, and Mark, so 4 turns. So give me, because you're going at the speed of Mark, essentially. Mark, give me a stamina athletics roll because of your busted lung, diff 8.
Alrighty.
You get up 2 floors, and you're going to take a point of bashing damage as you're getting incredibly winded, and you'll have to activate another jam technology if you want it.
Okay, I can cast that again. And then I would also like to spend a Gnosis on Unicorn's Arsenal and a Willpower on Resist Pain. There's no rolls needed for those.
Okay.
So I'll roll Jam Technology again.
All right, 6 turns. Cool. Give me another stamina athletics roll. Diff 8. You get to the top, and you don't take any bashing, as William's power unlocks the key card that's required for this floor.
But before we move on, I have to roll intrusion again. It only lasts for a minute.
Oh, got it.
Yep.
You can activate. I'm gonna change forms now and also activate Luna's armor.
All right. Just warning: the stairwell, if you all shift to Krynos, is not really large enough to contain all of you.
All right, then the most important should switch first, which in this case would be Cora, since she's not rolling something else.
Fair enough. I will change.
Keegan, does this look any different in the Umbra or otherwise now that we're very close to it?
There's a
I'll investigate.
glow under the webs. There's something bright on the other side of this door. And you see kind of a smoke coming up as well.
Physical world that's mundane all day long?
Yep.
Would a couple of us changing into Hispo take up too much room? Not Hispo, Glabro.
No, Glabro would not take up too much room.
Then Mark will switch to Glabro.
Alrighty. Anyone else gonna switch to Glabro?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll switch to Glabro.
As soon as we go in, I would like to roll Might of Thor, just for funsies, and in cases.
Alright. So, intrusion, you guys bust through as you see 2 horrendous things there. They seem to be crafted of lava, maggots, and centipedes, their skin constantly crawling with fire underneath it, their eyes a sinister glow, with the heads of the damned forming in the lava streams within their bodies, screaming and chittering in pain. Cora, because you said you'd do it as soon as the door opened, you get to roll Might of Thor, and then I need initiatives from folks.
Okie dokie.
2 turns. Kyle, what are you doing this round?
You described them as being covered in magma and maggots, right?
Magma, maggots, and centipedes. Like, that seems to be what their skin is formed of. They're huge and hulking, over 20 feet tall. Massive claws and horns. Jagged teeth that seem to be crafted of obsidian.
Okay. Is there, like... This might be a little too specific, but is there, like, steam coming off them? Like, they look visibly, like, so hot that I'll burn myself if I touch them?
Well, they are standing on carpet, and the carpet is not burning.
Fair enough. All right. Then I'm going to spend 2 rage, to double claw Demon 2 and dodge, and I'll assume that someone will flank with me.
Okay. Fool, that carpet was made of asbestos. Dimitri, what are you doing this round? Oh, you also have to... Remember, you didn't have time to shift into Krynos, Kyle. Only Cora did. So do you want to spend 1 more rage to shift into Krynos? You're only in Glabro right now.
That's true. I will claw 1 less time and switch to Krynos.
Okay. Alright, now Dimitri, what are you doing?
Okay, I will shift the Krynos and I'll use distractions on Demon number 2.
Zebulon.
We'll declare last.
Oh, yes. Mark.
I will do the same thing as Kyle. Except I'll spend 2 rage to claw and dodge,
Sounds good.
transform to Krynos.
Yeah,
hold
so
on.
Krynos Claw Dodge, that's what 2 rage would get you, yes.
Yep, let's do that. And I'll flank specifically. I got your back, bud.
Perfect. Alright, let's see. Demon 2 is going to rush Mark before he dodges, and is going to dodge and grapple Mark. And they'll spend a point of rage for that. Demon 1's gonna spend 2 of its essence, and it's going to belch fire at Dimitri. William.
I'm going to shift to Krynos, and then I am going to... Within the room, is there anything that they're guarding specifically? Or are they just standing there?
They're in the living room. It's a very nice living room, and then you see that there is a hallway to the left of you as you guys are facing them, and a room right behind them where the door seems to be extra fortified.
I'm going to rush to the door with intrusion still active to try and get the door open at the very least.
Okay, sounds good. Cora.
I am going to... Now, I would like to know if this is a possible thing, okay? I want to throw my hammer at the one closest to me, throw the hammer, and then follow up with a couple of claw attacks, because my hammer always comes back to me, so I don't have to worry about where I am.
Yeah, if you want to do that, then you just gotta spend. Yeah, you just gotta spend rage for the extra actions.
Awesome, cool, and dodge. No, not dodge, because they're not coming after me. So yeah, I'll spend that rage. That's a 1, 2, -1, because I have the always active thing. 2. Awesome. Spend 2 extra rage for that.
Okay, so hammer 2 claws.
Hammer 2 claws.
Oh, and now for the last declaration, Zeb, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to hold my action to go at the same time as Kyle. I will spend a rage to shift to Krynos, and I will Umbral Quake.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good. So, with that, Cora, roll your hammer attack.
Oh, 10 wad 6.
All right. That succeeds
3.
in trying to hit Demon 1. That's 12. So you did 6 damage to Demon 1.
And then 2 claws. 1.
You hit?
8.
All right. He soaks all of it.
Gross. 8.
All right. You did 3 damage.
3 points of damage. Awesome.
All right, William. You ran to the door. You swing the door open. You see eternal darkness, like the sun hits whatever is in the room, and then it's gone. It dissipates.
Okay.
Demon 1 is going to spend willpower to change his action. Succeeds. Demon 1 is going to grab the nearby bookcase and swing it at William and try and knock him out of the 7th story. And now they're swinging at you. And you did not dodge, I believe.
Correct.
This is an improvised weapon, so diff 7. That hit.
Christ.
that hit quite well, in fact.
Oh, God damn it.
So, what would the base damage of a bookshelf be? Surely at least...
Just a bat?
Surely at least 3. Surely at least 3. We'll go 4. Let's be spicy.
And you did say 20 feet tall. So, like, yeah, it's going to hurt, but...
You do get to
soak.
soak.
The bookcase will actually... Yeah, I'm sure the bookcase will actually just break on top over me instead at this point.
It will break, yes. It will break once.
God damn it.
All right, well, that's all bashing damage. But he hits you so hard that you fly, you hit the window shatters, and you will have to make an Dex Athletics roll on your turn to catch yourself.
Well, if it's all bashing, I still go into incapacitated, right?
Well, it'll also roll over into lethal, and you can spend a point of willpower to stay conscious with a full panel of bashing. So,
Okay.
how this is going to work is all that roll, whatever is left filled out converts to lethal.
So that's 6, 11. So basically, it's all -1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm technically crippled for bashing and mauled to lethal.
Yes. And then you take the higher of the penalties, obviously. And now you must spend a point of willpower and roll willpower difficulty 8 to stay conscious as you're flying out the window.
Okay. So that I do now.
You are able to stay conscious.
Woo!
So actually, we will do now with your penalty.
Okay. I was going to ask, the staying conscious doesn't require the penalty, right?
You still get the full penalty.
Oh, then fuck.
So now it is a Dex Athletics to catch yourself on the wall. Diff 6. Your hand will go into some glass, though.
Okay. So Dex Athletics -5.
As you throw up one paw, you catch yourself just enough as a chunk of glass shoots through the top of your hand, slashing as you hold, and you're kind of just swaying, your legs kicking on someone's window who is hopefully out at work at this moment. Otherwise, there are several veil breaches happening as you are hanging from the window of this penthouse. All right. Demon 2 is going for his grapple of Mark.
And you said before the dodge, so I don't get the dodge.
No, you get to
right?
dodge.
Something like that?
No. Dodge,
okay, cool.
Dodge happens out of order.
All right, sweet. So I get this. All right, cool. Got it. 6, baby.
You dodged out of the way perfectly as you feel the searing heat from its body getting closer as you see like this rocky centipede crawling over the lava turn with its doll-like face before it screams at you and whispers something in your ear that reminds you of your childhood. All right. Zebulon, that Umbral Quake.
I was actually holding with our guy Kyle.
That's right.
So I won't resolve.
So now Dimitri, distractions. His willpower is 8.
Oh, hold on. Do I still get the claw?
Yes, you do. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem.
Yep.
I'll make that
your
roll
claw
real
attack.
quick. All right, let's see.
Claw attack.
All right, got a 3.
All right, and that demon does get to dodge. So you still hit. That's 2 rollover.
Oh heck yeah! Woo! Oh.
Soaks it. As you strike, and you just feel the heat, but it's not damaging. You strike and nothing. It's like striking stone.
Did I smack off some of the maggots at least?
Yes, but they're now crawling in your fur.
They
smell like sulfur. Alright, Dimitri, you do... The Demon 2 gets a -3 penalty for 3 turns, yes?
Yes, I believe so.
Alright, perfect. So...
Yes, that's
excellent.
correct.
Alright, now it is Kyle.
Is it still not Zeb first, though? Like,
I don't know, was he holding for the
either way.
same time? Yeah, was it you first or Kyle first? What was the choice?
Kyle can go ahead and go first.
Okay.
And he gets a flank bonus from me or something, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
yeah. So I'm in Krynos now, and clawing.
Alright, 1 rollover. Alright, he soaks it. Alright, and now Umbral Quake.
Real quick, just says for the area, it knocks everyone down, and then half Zeb's rage in bashing damage.
Awesome. William gets PTSD as he hears the other bookshelf fall in in the penthouse. As you hear screams from below you as well, as people are kind of freaking out. Several of the windows shatter. All right, and then let me just double check them real quick. So yes, everyone though is everyone but Zeb is now considered prone.
Am I already prone though?
Yeah, you're basically
now
hanging off.
falling?
You're just swinging like no.
Okay. Just making sure that I'm not prone on top of prone.
No, you're swinging wildly from a window in daylight outside one of the largest penthouses in Colorado Springs in the middle of the day. It's good stuff.
Fun. Yep. It's a performance
right.
piece.
Yeah. Something.
That That's the excuse that we're gonna use for the.
Got it. All right, now going through. Kyle, what are you doing this round?
I think I'm going to do basically the same thing. Claw and a dodge on Demon 2.
All right, perfect. Dimitri, what are you doing?
I am going to dodge, and I'm gonna I'll run over to William to pull him back up, and then I'll spend a rage to dodge.
Okay, perfect. Oh, actually, you have to spend another action to get up from prone. Both of you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I can get myself up.
Okay. In that case, I'll just dodge and use distractions on demon number 1.
Okay, staying on the ground, being a little distraction. And then with that, Kyle, do you want to spend one more rage to get up, or do you want to just get up?
How much worse is my dodge if I'm on the ground? Well, I'll be on the ground anyway, I guess. Like, I can't get up before he does, right? The demon?
Yes.
Okay. Then I don't know that it makes any sense for me to get up. I'm not sure.
Okay, I believe it gives you a penalty on your attack.
I'll live with the penalty.
Okay, that's fair.
Oklahoma drill is like you get up and you fucking bash the fuck out of somebody as hard as possible. I think Cora should get up and just bash the fuck out of one and
That's
try to knock out the
exactly what
window.
I was planning. I was planning jump up and hammer as much as I can.
Okay. So,
Like murder
Zeb's waiting.
hobo.
Mark, what are you doing this round?
Quick clarification for when I did damage to the elemental, because I have Unicorn's Arsenal, something should have happened. He loses 2 dice from all attack rolls until the wounds are healed.
Cool.
And then this round, I'm going to dodge.
You didn't hurt him though. He took no damage.
Oh yeah, you're right. He took no damage. Never mind. I thought he did. I remembered incorrectly. My bad. So then for my action, this time I'm going to spend a rage. Well, I'm going to dodge and then spend a rage to use Shards of Icy Rage on Demon number 2, and I will use a willpower to have an auto success.
Okay. Cool. Oops, that's on the wrong. Put that in Zeb's place. Silly me. All right. Demon number 2 is on the ground, so he is going to spend 2 essence, and he's going to belch fire in Mark's face.
Oh boy.
All right. Demon number 1, who has been knocked prone, is going to spend a point of rage to get up, and is going to use their other action to try and run over to William and kick him in his face if he's still hanging down. And if not, he is going to try and shoulder check him out the window again. All right, William, your turn.
I'm gonna get up.
All right, gonna pull yourself up. That'll be a strength athletics.
Oh, and the combat healing also takes me from crippled to mauled.
Hooray!
Woo! No -5. I am going to reposition myself away from the window. Actually, Keegan, correct me if I'm wrong, the demons are still towards the front door that we came through.
Yes.
The door is to the side, so there's no way that I can position for the demon to charge me into the door, or into the room.
Not that you can tell.
Okay, then I'm not going to do that, but I will position myself away from the window.
Okay.
And I will spend 2 points of rage. Repositioning is a action, right? Because that's movement.
Yeah, that's movement.
So get up, move. I'll dodge, and then I will claw. So I'm spending 3 points of rage.
Okay.
Claw.
Perfect. William, what's your willpower?
6.
Perfect.
No, not perfect.
All right.
It's actually 16.
Sure. Thank you. All right, Cora, what are you doing this round?
I am going to work. I was going to try to jump over onto the demon closest to me so that he couldn't get up and knock William out of the window and just smash face with my hammer. But I'm not gonna anymore. And I'm going to jump up and I'm going to
attack Abu Raho.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm trying to think of the way I'm going to do it. You know what? I'm just gonna, same old, throw the hammer, rush him, and claw his face off.
Okay, I want to be clear that the room is completely black, so you cannot see him.
Oh, is it a magical black?
It sure is.
Damn, so...
How I described it is when the sunlight touched it, it vanished. Yes.
Yeah, you said that, I remember.
I did say that.
Damn.
Can she smell him?
See him.
She could, be difficult because there's all that sulfur smell coming off of the 2 demons that are filling this whole place.
Yeah.
This whole place smells of sulfur right now.
Sorry, William. I'm gonna have to go for the demon since I can't see Raho. I can't. Abu Raho, Jesus, Pete. There's nothing I can really do. So I'm gonna get the demon that's gonna try and knock you out the window.
All good.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up and smash face, or I'm gonna jump on him and smash face 3 times.
Okay.
With my hammer like this.
Yes. Understood.
Yeah.
All right, Zeb, what are you doing this round?
I'm going to use Grasp of the Beyond and attempt to throw Demon 2 into the Umbra.
Shit. All right.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Gorgeous. I love it.
Portal leapfrog, pretty much.
Cool. All right. Perfect. All right, Cora, you go ahead and try and beat the shit out of Demon 1.
7.
Cool. Demon 1's not dodging, so that's all rollover. So 1 damage.
Rolls 29 dice, deals 1 damage.
Yeah, go me. That pisses me off, dude.
All right, second attack, Cora.
Here's my son of a bitch.
Miss.
Oh.
Third attack.
2.
7
9.
damage.
Awesome. So I'm on top of him.
Sure are.
So he cannot get up.
Yep. So, cool. All right, condemnation. So your willpower is 6. 6.
Oh.
Occult 8, so 16 dice.
I don't like that.
Nor should you.
Oh no.
Right, he's got 6 to play with, so that's actually exactly how much I needed.
Oh,
His
God.
condemnation is the mark of doom. All you touch must fall for 1 week. William, for the next week of in-game time, every single failed roll you roll now counts as a botch.
Ooh.
Great. So that's 6 days or 6 weeks? I'm sorry.
7 days.
A week.
1 week.
7 days. Okay.
1 week. The number
Got
of
it.
successes lets him determine how harsh it is and how long it is. So he went for maximum harshness and minimum time.
Got it. Fun stuff.
So, yes. Enjoy. So, Demon 1 is going to spend a point of willpower to try and get out from under Cora.
Whoa.
Oh, yes. It is your turn. Sorry, you have to spend now strength athletics to pull yourself up.
Yep. 8, 13, 11.
Did you do your combat healing and such?
Yeah, I did that for the minus, going from crippled to mauled. T6, F1.
You're able to pull yourself up.
Okay, and then I'm going to claw the demon 1. Since I didn't technically target anything, I'm just going with who attacked me last.
Yep, that makes sense.
5.
5. All roll over.
All right. God damn it.
Soaked. All right, now Demon 1's going to attempt to change his tactic. Succeeds, so he's going to try and push Cora off of him.
What's that going against?
It's an opposed strength check.
Nice. Okay. Roll 20d10, 20 wad. 6.
Yep. All right, you succeed in keeping him pinned. All right, now we go down to Demon number 2, who's just belching fire, and that's just a pay thing. So, roll first. So, Mark, roll for your dodge. It's diff 8 in this case.
Ooh, yeah. All
Because you're
right.
knocked prone.
Ooh, mulligan.
Incredible. Way to take George's curse from him. Like, you straight up MVPing this.
Damn.
All right, that's 10 rollover.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
You get to roll soak,
At least
though.
they're not botches, though.
Yes.
And this is the one that has distractions on it, right?
Ooh.
Yes, you're right. You still would have made that roll, so that'd be
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, so 7 successes instead. So I'll drop that damage by 3.
Yeah, I got 5 soak.
Yep. So you took 7 lethal. Oh no, fire's aggravated.
Oh boy.
So basically a flamethrower goes off in your face starts to melt away, and you'll need to make your rage roll, because I believe that's all your health.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I will make that roll then, because it's my turn now. All right. Rage.
You healed 1 point of aggravated damage.
All right.
And you're in Berserk Frenzy, which means you will attack mindlessly.
So that pretty much negates what I wanted to do on my turn. Oh well.
Yep.
Well, let's hope Demon 2 is nearby, because I'm attacking him. So.
Yep. You guys are on the ground right next to each other, so you get to attack him. But because you are prone, your difficulty is increased by 2.
So just question and clarification.
Yes.
Would Mark still be about in his rage to remember using Shards of Icy Rage, or would he just start clawing?
We would actually choose randomly.
Ah, okay.
So
I take that.
1d2. 1 bite, 2 claw. All right, you're clawing. So diff 8.
Got a 3.
3 rollover.
All right.
All right, he soaks it.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, Zeb, Grasp from the Beyond.
Alright, I'll spend 3 willpower.
Okay.
And pierce the gauntlet to throw this thing across.
As you do.
Now, he gets a willpower roll.
Oh, does he?
With that -3, he gets that whatever that -3 that's affecting him for 3 turns. But he gets a willpower roll to resist. It doesn't state difficulty if it's my gnosis or what. Just
If
there's
it
a
doesn't state
willpower roll.
if it doesn't state difficulty, then the difficulty is 3 or is diff 6.
Okay.
Because 6 is the default difficulty.
Right. No, I got you. Well, you still got the -3, so.
Yep, I got that. So let's find out. Not enough. Cast
Let's
into the
fucking-
Umbra.
Didn't need it.
He is
Didn't
knocked
need it.
out. Boom.
Hell yeah.
And out of play in the Umbra. All right, Dimitri. Now you're doing distractions on demon number 1.
Yes. Here we go. 4 successes.
-4 on all of his rolls for 3 turns. Kyle, you gonna change your action?
Yes.
Change the shit out of that action.
I hoped I would. Yeah, I'm gonna try and dazzle the other demon. I assume it's a creature of the worm because.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a +1 to the difficulty, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so that will be diff 9. Now you got the
And I'm
old
gonna
razzle.
spend a rage to get up. Sorry.
Okay, you got him with the old razzle dazzle. All right, with that, we move back on to Kyle. What are you gonna do this round?
I think I'm going to just move to the other side of the door, like not into that room.
Sure.
Because I can't see anything in there, but just so there's not line of sight from him to me.
Okay.
Because I assume he can see me even if I can't see him. And I'm just going to hold a claw action, basically, to see if he shows himself.
Gotcha. He will not, because that would
didn't
mean
think
going
so.
out into the sunlight.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's a... Well, we gotta figure out something for that, then.
That's okay. I think I've got something.
And if you don't, I think I also have something.
Maybe we can do both our somethings at once and see what sticks.
I hope so. That'd be fun.
Okay, so, you got anything for me, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm going to ask politely, would you mind coming out?
Okay, sounds good.
I've got an idea. Don't...
All right.
We'll see if it happens, but... And still move out of line of sight, though, to be clear.
All right, Dimitri, what are you doing this round?
I am going to activate Scent of Sight. And try to find Abu Raho in the darkness and pull him out into the sunlight.
Perfect.
So I guess that's a point of rage at least? Maybe
yes.
2? Okay.
Perfect. Zeb gets to wait. Mark is frenzying. Demon 2 is gone. And that was the one he was attacking. So Zeb is the closest person to him. So Mark is going to... Mark, how much rage do you have left?
Left, I have 7.
And what's your permanent rage? It's 3?
It's 3.
Okay, so roll me 1d3. That's how many actions you'll take this round.
3.
All right, you're going to spend a point of rage to get up, and then you're going to attempt to claw Zeb twice.
Will do. Sorry, Zeb.
It's all good, man.
Demon 1 is dazzled. William, what are you doing this round?
Can I do a quick, I guess, look around just at a glance? Is there any alcohol available?
No.
Damn.
Why would he have it? He can't drink.
You never know.
And he's flammable. Like, he's not... he's a millennia-old vampire, not a fucking idiot. Intelligence 8.
I want to do something cool with a Molotov cocktail.
Cora squared.
Cora squared times 2.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude. No.
I'm sorry, Cora squared minus 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought she still had 2 ends.
No,
Okay,
I don't. I have 3. I read a book.
That'd have been Cora cubed. That's called a math joke, Cora.
Oh my god, she did go to school, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Until middle school, but still.
Middle school dropout.
Yeah, she's a middle school dropout, but you know. So are all these other schmucks.
She still knows her numbers at least. She lifts.
Excuse you, Dimitri. Dimitri has never gone to school.
It's true.
So, fuck, what am I gonna do then? I'm going to move to the side, on the opposite side of Kyle, and activate Razor Claws.
Cool. Okay, Abu Raho is going to hold his action till Dimitri walks in, and then we'll spend 7 blood points to strike him 7 times. Or no, 8 times. And then we'll spend 1, 2, because this breaks blood limits, 16 points of blood to gain 2 automatic successes on his strength roll to beat the shit out of Dimitri while he comes in. Or no, I'll remove 2 of those, 1, 2, and change one of his action to a dodge. To dodge Dimitri, in case he doesn't take him down in 1 turn.
God damn.
Alright. Cora.
I have 2 questions before I do anything.
Okay.
1, how big is the demon that I'm
He's
sitting
20
on?
feet tall.
Beautiful. I love that so very, very much. How many dots would I need to pick him up?
Of strength?
Yeah.
Let's see. He's pretty heavy. How much? It's your Might of Thor should have run out by now. It was only 2 turns.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is why I'm asking, because I'm pretty sure I could have done it with Might of Thor, but...
Yeah, you absolutely could have done it with Might of Thor, but with your current strength, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
You need 11 strength to throw the demon.
I am 1 short. 1 short. Damn. All right.
Do you want to work together? Because I can change my action. Because I think I
mean,
know what you're doing.
Do you want to throw him into the room with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dazzle would wear off at that point, though.
And so he could fight back. Because you're taking
After we threw him.
Once you take an aggressive action, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is how this
So I can
how the
just
gift
get
reads.
off of it.
You'd be better off hurling something really like
Bookcase.
big furniture in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. If that's the case, what's some other big furniture, like huge furniture in?
There's a bookcase on the floor. There is a couch. There's a TV. There's a stand that it's on. There's a refrigerator.
I'm gonna get the bookcase.
I mean, also at the same time, the demon moves after us, so it still wouldn't be able to.
Right.
Unless it
is
can
that going to
reflexively do
immediately
something.
is that going to be immediately kill the vampire by having the demon go in there with it?
No. My idea was to distract the vampire long enough for us to figure out something else.
Oh,
But
no,
then they're both fully up and ready.
Yeah.
Whereas one
Yeah.
of them is out completely. So
Yeah,
if
which
you're
is
gonna
why
throw
now I'm
something,
going to the bookcase.
the refrigerator or the bookcase, yeah.
Bookcase.
Okay.
Throw in a bookcase.
Throw that bookcase. It's an improvised weapon, so it is diff 8 with a dex athletics. Well, actually, yeah, diff 8.
Dex athletics.
Yep.
12. Of a bitch. Why? I'm gonna mulligan that because that pisses me off.
Keegan, you need to stop paying off Dice Maiden.
For fuck's sake. Alright.
As you hear the crash.
Yeah.
All right. Waiting. Moving
Makes
to
sense,
Kyle.
'cause I can
Spending point of
freaking
rage
see it.
to activate your Razor Claws. Dazzled. Oh, I'm sorry, Zeb. What were you doing this round? That is entirely my fault.
I'm gonna dodge, and then my other action will be fetish activation, but I'll just do the regular gnosis roll. So that'll
Okay.
be. I understand. I'm gonna be dealing with Mark this round.
Okay, so dodge and a fetish activation.
Yes, sir.
Are you splitting your die pool?
I mean, I'll spend the rage to do the.
Because you're
to
using
do
a
the,
gnosis roll to activate the fetish.
I'm gonna roll. I'm not gonna spend a gnosis. I'm just gonna roll my gnosis.
I think it is specifically in the rules. Fetish activation falls under that.
Does it always fall into that? Okay, never mind then. I'll dodge.
Okay. Yep.
That'll be my action.
Dodge. All right, that'll be your action. All right, Mark, roll them claw attacks. Roll low, please.
I hope I roll.
Just because your battle scar after this will be a drop in appearance by 1 dot doesn't mean you got to take it out on gorgeous Zeb.
I mean, he could spend extra gnosis to make sure that doesn't happen.
He could.
Unless he wants me to join the gorgeous club. I'll leave that to him.
He also might be real mad about you beating the shit out of him or is unconscious for the scene.
Yeah, that's up to how badly you do. The worse you do, the more likely you are to get healed properly.
Oh, would you look at that? My first one is a 1.
1. All right. Let's see that dodge.
Woo!
Dodge. Next one.
And last one. Ooh.
Dodge. Effectively dodged. Excellent.
I mean,
Is it your first rodeo with me?
I have 15 dice of soak. I mean, come on, but yeah.
Fair.
No, I get it.
Fair
but
enough.
This wouldn't be Zeb.
All right, Dimitri. Time to
All
get
right.
in there. So you get to dodge, though. You did choose to dodge.
Do I?
Or no, you didn't.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
No, I did.
All right, let's
Yeah.
see. Punch 1. All roll over. 9 bashing. 2 of that is converted to lethal. You have to spend a point of willpower and roll willpower diff 8 to stay conscious.
Okay.
I do have to imagine the horror of seeing like, so you're conscious. The horror of watching big, beefy Dimitri Krynos going in there, and they just hear this whacking, and then his ragged corpse just getting thrown out of this room, and you're all like, what the shit? All right. Roll punch number 2, which is also all rollover. And you get to soak this one as well.
All right.
You take an additional 5 points of damage.
All right. So I'm all lethal at the moment.
Okay, that means you're gonna have to do your frenzy roll now.
Okay. And that's my temperate is 5, which is above my permanent. So can I mulligan that?
You sure can.
Go ahead.
God.
Take my mulligan.
Jesus Christ.
This isn't the way I imagined Dimitri dying, but God.
Absolving for his sins for killing the other vampire.
My overconfidence got the better of me. This.
Well, someone can still heal you,
That's true.
but Rabu Aho is going to try and spend a point of willpower to not waste the rest of his blood on beating the ever-living shit out of a corpse. Doesn't seem worth it.
I hope he fails.
Sorry, Dimitri. I guess she doesn't want your body to survive for someone to heal it. Potentially.
That's not what I meant.
What a horrible thing to say to your friend. Succeeded. So, well, Dimitri is down, so that's, he did 2 punches, so that's 5 back. Oh, I even forgot the automatic successes on damage. Every one of those damages had 2 more automatic damage. So whoops. Technically, Dimitri has 4 points of aggravated damage on him, on his lonesomes, too.
You said 4 points of ag?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Just want to make sure my sheet is correct.
Sure. And then what he's going to do for his final change of action is actually have the 1 celerity back, and he's just going to start drinking some of Dimitri's blood and regain 2 blood points with the drain. All right.
I can just see it. He's just licking the blood off of his knuckles.
Keegan, can I see any part of his form on the other side of the Umbra?
No, vampires don't leave a umbral impression.
That's right. That's why they have to. That's why they have to use Auspex to interact with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Asked and answered.
As Dimitri is now in his lupus form. So, all right, and then you call out.
Well, I'm changing my action because if I don't, he's dead.
That's true.
That's why I asked.
Sure. I gotta save Dimitri. Fails willpower roll. Will you come out, please?
Dimitri, please come out.
Action changed. You see a little tail hanging out of the room.
Alright, so how, pulling him out a full action?
It would be an action. You're gonna have to just...
Okay.
But you know where his body is, so you're gonna have to just jump into the darkness and lick the body.
Lick, okay.
What's your current rage, Dimitri?
5.
You healed 6 points of damage, Dimitri.
Oh, God.
In your lupus form. Yeah, buddy.
If there's any amount of moving out of the darkness I can do, I'd like to do it, but,
No, unfortunately. You've made a great, calculated, hopeful move to save Dimitri.
Alright.
With that, Kyle, what are you doing this round?
At this point, I think maybe we just all need to commit to this and run in here and kill him because it's not going well. So I guess I should have. I know where the body is, so can I see even the body in front of me, or is it complete blackness?
It's complete blackness because no light is penetrating thanks to the spell.
Okay, he has some way to see through it, but
because it's his spell.
That makes sense. I hate magic. While I was licking Dimitri, did I feel the bite marks?
Yes.
Can I make an educated guess as to where he is directionally?
Yes.
Based on that.
You can attack at a +3 difficulty.
Fantastic. I will spend my rage to dodge and to claw him twice.
Perfect. Dimitri, what are you doing? Huddled under big, beefy Krynos Kyle.
I am going to activate Scent of Sight and then spend 2 points of rage to dodge and claw.
In lupus form?
Sorry. I'll spend a rage to shift to Krynos, and then I'll spend another rage to dodge, and then I'll use my action to claw.
Perfect. That will be at a +1 difficulty because you are prone and you will be growing, and then you will be under a Kyle who is on top of you, and so you have to swipe around him to get to the vampire.
That assumes that I won't be knocked out in Hamid form by the time his turn comes around.
That's true. That's very true.
Let's hope, huh?
Let's hope, huh? Yes.
Wait, so is there no room to get into the room now?
Yeah, the
Because
room is
there's-
pretty stuffed. It's not a huge room. You could probably
Okay.
fit one more body in there, based on where your shoulder positions are.
Could we just force ourselves in there and suffocate him out?
He'll drown in our bodies, in our corpses.
That would have to. You would have to. Great plan. If he wasn't already dead and didn't have to breathe, he's a vampire.
The thought's there. Doesn't have to be that he suffocates.
Then he's just gonna go. He's just gonna drain you one by one. Oh no, I'm being crushed. Bite, drain,
Maybe
drain,
he has
drain.
claustrophobia. I don't know.
Yeah, woo. My goodness. Building plans on some pretty fucking flimsy hopes.
I mean, okay, all right. So, if we want an actual plan that has some amount of chance to succeed,
Yeah.
it requires, I think, Cora to pull one, if not both of us, just out of the way, so that the damage dealers can actually get in before we are corpses blocking the way. That could work. Dimitri should be very easy to pull out, since he is still in lupus.
Fair enough. I feel like both of you should be very easy to pull out. Yes, you'll still be in. Are you in Krynos?
Kyle is.
Kyle?
Yes, I am. Because I haven't been attacked yet. That would happen more likely on his turn.
Right. Okay.
So if that happened, maybe that'd be a William action to get me out of the way and then murder him.
I have
don't.
2 hands.
I move after the vamp.
I know. That's why I'm saying I would be a corpse and you would move me out of the way.
Oh, but Dimitri could die too, and
That's why Cora would move Dimitri.
Oh.
That's the idea behind multiple people doing
Okay.
stuff.
I do have 2 hands, so I can grab 2 people.
But remember, Kyle is in Krynos, so he is quite heavy.
And you have the opportunity to attack him also, in a way that matters.
Not this turn if I'm pulling him out. Or, well, I guess I
You
could.
have rage.
I do. I have rage. Okay.
It was just maximizing utility, basically,
Yeah,
was
fair
the
enough.
idea behind it.
Fair enough. No, I like the idea. Thank you for the sacrifice. Potentially.
Alright, so Dimitri, that's that. Zeb, we're waiting. Mark, roll another D3, please.
Will do.
Because you still have more than 4 rage.
Oh, look at
More
that
than 2
3.
rage, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, you're clawing Zeb thrice.
All right.
Demon 1 still dazzled. William, what are you doing this round?
Trying to think of what actions that we could do. Like we could. I keep going back to like starting fires, but there's nothing here. Electrical fire would take too long. Am I committing to pulling people out of the room?
Are you?
I'm asking. Like,
You don't have to. The question is, hey, does there need to be enough room for all of the Krynos that are going to be in there? The answer is that there's a good chance that the people who enter that room, he's going to take out. So, they'll be smaller, but like Dimitri is in a particularly bad position because there's no frenzy roll, there's no health, right? Like that doesn't mean that is the. I guess there's some health, like the heal was solid, but it's up to you and how many people we can fit in this room and make it so that he has fewer places to go in the room, even since it's so small. But how we deal with that is up to each individual, right? If I go down, I will be much smaller anyway and not as in the way.
okay. I think Cora would just be more useful in there at the current moment, so I will pull the 2 of you out. That is
Okay.
assuming that you are not in Krynos. If you are, then I'm just pulling Dimitri out.
Okay, sounds good. Abu Raho is going to spend. Let's go 4. No, we'll do 5. 5 for 6 actions. He's going to punch Kyle 4 times, grapple, and drain, and then dodge, because the drain is a free action with the grapple. So he'll grapple you, bite you, and then try and drain your blood if he succeeds. All right, Cora, what you doing?
Since it's not that big of a room, and you got them William, I'm gonna go in there and guns ablazing. I'm gonna try and tackle Abu Raho before he can get to Kyle and Dimitri.
Okay.
And then, because I'm tackling like with the
Sure.
arms around, and we're just gonna start raking at his back,
Okay.
the back of his head and shit.
That is a +3 difficulty on the tackle.
That's fine, and there'll be 3 of those rakes if I get the.
Okay. Or one more, but he
Okay.
dodges.
Okay, can I attempt my claws still after hearing where he went in his dodge?
Well, were you actively listening? You'll have to do a perception alertness to hear him because he's incredibly graceful. Like, he's almost silent.
Oh, is he?
He's got dexterity 6, so he is very, very graceful.
Gross.
Specifically,
There is a lot of broken bookcase in here, though, to
that's true. That's
crunch
true.
on.
So you can do a perception alertness, diff 6.
Okay.
Alright.
I will just claw wildly, I guess.
Alright, as he dodges under your arm, and you just boom, 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 as you're raking at the walls. So, he has dodged, gotten away, and now he's gonna punch the shit out of Kyle. And your difficulty to dodge is +2, because you can't see him.
Okay. Is that just for the first punch?
Then it's just +1, because he can still slightly move around and try and change things up, but...
Okay. That was my best opportunity to dodge, and,
yeah. Alright. 3 damage, 3 bashing.
Okay.
Alright, that's punch number 2. Alright, reroll over. 6 bashing.
Alright, and that's a willpower roll, I think you said?
You are still conscious. Punch number 3. 5 damage.
Yeah, that puts me at incapacitated.
Alright. Last one, because he's not going to spend the willpower for this one. You're unconscious. Oh, you get to do your rage roll, that's right.
Right, yes, I was.
Regardless. Please, roll that. This damage will happen regardless, but...
Sure,
and you're
well,
not dodging,
yeah, but maybe
yeah.
I don't die. Who knows? I believe you said the diff for this was 8, too.
Yes. You heal 2 points of damage. And you get to roll soak. 3 bashing.
How does this roll over, I guess,
So
now that I have
you convert the
some
bashing.
lethal?
You'd convert the bashing first, and then if there's anything left over, one of the lethal becomes aggravated.
Okay, hold on. I'm bad at this. I should be better, but I'm not. Alright, so I'm incapacitated with bashing again, basically.
Okay.
But then one of the bashing becomes a lethal?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm incapacitated with bashing. So
Okay.
do I roll willpower again?
Yes, you do.
Alright, I don't think this has ever happened before where someone did this much bashing to us.
You're up. Now he's grappling. He succeeds on grappling. As he grapples you, bites, and you actually have to make a willpower roll diff 9 or be full of ecstasy and be unable to act until he stops biting you.
Is the bite not soakable?
Correct.
Okay.
It doesn't do damage. He's just draining you of blood now.
If I was overcome with ecstasy, would that stop my frenzy?
Not quite, because it's supernaturally so. You'd frenzy the second he let go of you again.
Okay.
So, you've been dazzled, in a way.
Okay.
Been the old razzle-dazzle. They just know how to bite you in that special spot. As he starts to drain, he can drain 2 per round, sucking as hard as he can, which he is doing, which means he could drain you of all your blood in 5 rounds. Alright, with that, William, looks like you're going to pull out just Dimitri, because Kyle's still in Krynos.
Okay.
So you pull Dimitri out.
Do I
go
do
ahead.
I know that Kyle is being drained currently?
You only hear the thwapping, the beats, and then nothing.
Okay.
So, you grab Dimitri by a little old tail and yank him out. Alright, Demon 1 is still dazzled. Mark, Zeb, what are you doing this round? Sorry. Just dodging?
I mean, no, it's alright. I'm holding till after Kyle anyway, because I'm going to dodge Umble Crake, and I'm going to run next door.
Sounds good. Alright, Mark, 3 claws against Zeb, please.
Here's the first one.
Alright.
Dodge. Hell yeah.
Dodged.
Rooting for you, buddy. Here we go. Ooh, 4 on that one. Ooh. So that's 2 rollover. I will roll the damage on that one. 4. Nice. And then last claw. Another 4.
3 roll over for you.
3 rollover. And then hopefully it's not much. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Alright, it's a 5 ag, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And unfortunately, I had Unicorn's Arsenal on, so you get -2 to your attack rolls for the rest of the scene.
It's alright.
Yeah, I know. Just letting you know.
Dimitri, you have been pulled out. You reactivate Sense of Sight. You shift back to Krynos. Do you want to change your action, or do you want to run back in there?
I want to change my action.
All right. Spend a point of willpower. Roll willpower to fate.
Okay. And then that's my permanent willpower or temporary?
It should be permanent.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to double check.
Yep. Action changed.
All right. I am gonna follow Zeb.
Okay. Following Zeb. Kyle, you're just kind of, mouth breathing, enjoying the feel in Krynos form. And you will be that same way next round.
Oh, is it a one and done roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, you get to make the roll again. Yeah, willpower roll. You get to make that willpower roll next round. And then so Zeb, you and Dimitri are leaving and going to the next apartment over.
Well, Umbral Quake's gonna go off.
Okay, Umbral Quake goes off. Right.
Knock everyone down.
Knock everyone down.
And it's whopping two dice of bashing for anyone that needs to roll against it. And then yes, I'm gonna book it to the next apartment.
Okay. All right, you book it into the next apartment. You see a pretty stocked bar. You see a lovely fridge.
I mean, if they have a stove, we're gonna turn it on, dump a bunch of shit on top of it, and start a fire. And we will take some stuff with us that are flammable to run back next door.
Awesome.
I will activate Master of Fire.
Good call.
Keegan, I do have a question for you. We all fell down, yes?
Yes.
I'm very tall, and I was only a couple feet in that doorway.
Yeah.
What direction do I fall?
Probably in, because he was pulling you in to drain you.
Damn you.
Yeah, that's the one that makes the most amount of sense. But he did let go of you, because the Umbral Quake made him stop biting you. So, you can choose your action now. Actually, you don't have to do the willpower thing, because it's the next round. So, what are you doing this round, Kyle?
Well, I'm frenzied.
Oh, yes. How much rage do you have?
I have 3 remaining and 5 total.
All right. So then we will have you roll a d4. You will claw him 4 times.
Am I on top of him at least?
You guys rolled off each other, so...
Okay.
He's prone, though, so... All right. Dimitri is... You got to get up to keep going to Zeb. Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Basically, gonna follow Zeb. Whatever he's grabbing, Dimitri's gonna grab too.
Okay. Next. Mark has to wait. Demon 1 is undazzled from the Umbral Quake, and is kind of shocked and sees William by the door and is going to try and attack William. William, what are you doing?
I'm going to dodge and then claw twice at the demon.
Okay. All right. Rabuaho is going to spend 5, 6, 7 to punch Kyle twice, punch Cora, and dodge. All right, Cora, what are you doing this round?
I'm dodging.
Okay.
Real bad. Well, getting up and then dodging.
Okay.
I know that it'll be more difficult because it's in the dark.
Yep.
But I'm going to try and get Kyle out of the darkness there, so that no one else is in the darkness, and he is kind of forced to come out because we've riled him up a little bit.
Cool.
Hopefully.
That makes sense. So you want to basically pick up Kyle and just, pick him up and run out of the room. Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. That is all doable. So, no rolls required either. Or actually, you'll need a grapple roll on Kyle.
Fair, yeah.
But Kyle ain't dodging.
Roll 11 odd. Grapple is 6?
Yes.
Yes.
Because he's being very loud, it's only +1 difficulty.
Okay. So
You know where Kyle is.
I get Kyle.
You get Kyle, you pick him up, you army carry, or you like fireman carry him out, jump into the light. Kyle slams down, but is still conscious, is roaring, hissing, growling. Rabu Aho is going to spend a willpower point to reclaim all that blood he spent and not take those actions. Success. So conserve some of that blood. And instead... Alright, Charisma Survival. We'll use the power Beckoning. Damn near every pigeon in Colorado Springs starts flying into the broken window and starts flying around you in a terrible cacophony, dropping deuces into your battle wounds, pecking at your heads. The works.
Gross.
Yes. Gotta do some pestilence, baby. Alright, next. We are going down to William. Let's get them 2 claw attacks on that demon who is not dodging.
Okay.
All roll over.
All right.
Soak.
Fun.
Second claw.
Same thing. Well, maybe.
7 damage.
Woo!
Oh, hell yeah. So that's... As the demon gets slashed, you rake your claws across the stony body as lava kind of spills out like blood. As it starts to create little fires, but instantly burns out before you see 1,000 hands coming up and start pulling him piece by piece through the portals of hell as he screams and begs not to return, leaving a skeleton that then turns to ash.
Okay.
Demon 1's out of the picture. Alright, Zeb, you coming back up with all that shit?
I mean, we'll set the hallway on fire, all that other shit. I mean, we made sure it's spread when we came in.
Alright.
And then, we're gonna hurl stuff in there. Yep.
Alright, throw shit in there.
Yep.
As you throw stuff in, you hear the burning and you hear the scream of Rabu Aho as he is now forced with a very bad decision. Burn or burn. Kyle, the source of your frenzy is out of sight, so you break out of frenzy. If anyone has Master of Fire, I would use it now. The whole building is starting to catch fire.
Gonna do that.
And I will too.
Mark, the cause of your frenzy is also dead, so you are out of frenzy.
Wonderful. Out of the frenzy into the frying pan.
As you see him try and burst out to get somewhere else, but the fire in the hallway is what stops him. You see his skin starting to peel back. He snarls and says, "It doesn't matter. In the end, you're all still fucked." As he turns to ash, and on the other side of the town, you see this horrible pillar of light explode exactly where Bloodwind and his pack were.
It.
Okay.
As you all flee, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct assumption.
Yes.
And so, when you get back to the Sept, Bloodwind and Pack are alive, but horribly mangled. Bloodwind has lost a leg. Apparently, the Demon of the Crossroads came, and Dimitri sold his soul for power of some kind, and was able to wield vampiric powers the like Bloodwind had never seen before.
I assume it's too late for healing.
We can do healing before that, if you want to do...
For them, I mean.
Oh, for them,
also.
yes, it is. It is too late for them. But if you guys want to spend 2 points in Gnosis for Mark's not taking a -1 to his permanent appearance, that is up to you.
I've only got 1 left.
Oh.
So I can't.
I can.
Oh, perfect. What is your current rage, Mark?
My current rage, because he went out before anything, it is back to 3, actually.
Oh, wonderful. Diff 3.
And remember,
you heal 6 points of damage. But
6 points.
With that, you saved the town. Took out both vampires. And the next night, you'll be able to meet with Nicolas. But that is a story for next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. We'll catch you in that next episode. Bye.
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 See you then.